Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we have reached the Ottomans is a liability phase. Well, for now that's okay. We're fine with the Ottomans being cut down to size up this way a little bit. We're less fine with being called into two wars here. We would really prefer that the Ottomans get under control at this juncture. But we have managed to make Fars into our vassal, and that's absolutely great. I was just looking up over here at Uzbek and, yikes. Russia's been doing things, shall we say. So Russia is now guaranteeing Uzbek, which is intriguing. I'm wondering, could we maybe diplo-vassalize them? I mean, we own their core provinces and they really don't trust us. So there is that. They wouldn't even accept an alliance due to the amount of trust, but they would accept a royal marriage. That's intriguing. That's very intriguing, actually. Royal marriages, do they build trust over time? I don't think they do. Alliances do. Yeah, this will improve relations. But alliances are what builds trust. So that's very interesting. No doubt about that. And yeah, of course, we don't have any favors. So that's not going to do a thing either. Well, if they're guaranteed by Russia, then that means that we actually have a way to fight Russia without fighting Venice. Right? Indeed, in theory. That's intriguing, because that, of course, means that we would come in here, declare on this. Bashkiria would join that for now. We'll see if maybe we do something about that, but yeah, Russia would join this, and that means that we can fight Russia without fighting Venice. So that is an extremely interesting situation. We are over our diplomatic limit, and that does mean that we should start thinking about possibly integrating some vassals. Like, Baluchistan is, in my opinion, a good candidate for that. We can't annex while at war, obviously, but that is definitely a good candidate there. Also, Bashkiria, I realized we don't have guaranteed. We should definitely do that. Not like that's going to fix our economic base issue, but whatever. It's fine. So we're going to continue to tick forward here, and sure, we discovered an agent. That's fine. We need to continue to... Specifically, I want to head up towards Cairo again. We're just going to push straight on through here, I think. That's going to be the plan. We'll stop here for like a day. Not even. Okay, so we're just going to hop up over this way. And, okay, cool. We're just going to take this over. These guys are heading up here. Sure, I'll send them over here to help out the Ottomans. That'll be fine. Conversion successful. Excellent. And we do need to core, but we don't have enough admin power at this moment. So that's absolutely okay. I want to check in on how long it's going to be until our next Miltech. The answer is about 2.5 years. Okay. Are we still ahead of time right now? 1 year? Okay. So that is going to be slightly shorter, but not all that much shorter. So that's fine. We're continuing to press up towards Cairo right now. Looks like the Ottomans are already there, though. This is an improvement over previous Ottoman performance. No doubt about that. Of course, they're just kind of abandoning this area up here. As expected, though, the Europeans are indeed fighting the Janissaries, so we don't have to do that. That's great. We are very pleased about that, of course. Ah, these guys just spawned. They are pretender rebels. We'll just come around like this. This will be fine. So, Hajj caravans have been raided. That is deeply unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. And we're just going to push on through here. We do see a lot of rebels, specifically, moving in to attack the Ottomans. Do the Ottomans hold that? The answer is no, they do not. Okay, so we're going to push on up this direction for now. And we're just securing the Ottoman flank over here. Honestly, we're almost certainly going to lose this war against Austria, and we don't really care that much. We don't have anything to lose necessarily in this war, so it should be reasonably fine. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to send these guys on up over here to eliminate more of these peasants. Perfect. And we're going to come in over here. There we go. Karadel is asking for military access. That's exciting. I really do want to get Bashkiria vassalized, but we are apparently not in a position to do that at this moment. So I want to check in on our workshop situation. There's some decent ones there. I guess we can build these. And on our mosque situation, nothing at all there. So then we would look at manufactories, and it would be something along the lines of that. Now, which one is it where the institution spreads from manufactories? I'm guessing it's manufactories, oddly enough. Global trade needs to be present, and Com would need to have a manufactory. That's interesting. How's our institution of global trade spreading in Com? It's at 14% right now? Okay. That's definitely interesting. I want to cancel this mill. And I want to build a manufactory specifically in Com. Because that's where it could spawn, theoretically. Manufactories could spawn in Com. So if it can, we should definitely get it to the point where it can, right? Now, it can't currently because we'll need a manufactory. We'll need the year to be 1650, which is a ways away still. And we'll need to have global trade be present. That should be possible by the time that happens. So that is absolutely fine there. We're going to go take over Cairo. Are we losing this battle up here against these Persian separatists? It's pretty close, actually. We are losing it. Okay, that's... They stack wiped us? That is remarkable. Okay. I definitely didn't expect that. Well, we'll have to start up a new recruitment. That's okay. I'm not going to hire mercs. We're going to... What is this map mode? Okay, we're going to recruit a regiment here, and this is just going to be... We're using, what, chambered demi-cannons, I think? What are we currently using here? Yeah, chambered demi-cannons. So that'll be fine. We'll just have to start re-recruiting this. So for the time being, we're just going to get a unit of chambered demi-cannon there. I can't believe that they stack wiped us. That's insane. Granted, they were in mountains, so they had good defensives, but they must have quite the stats to pull that off. To lose the battle, sure. But to stack wipe? That is remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Okay, so we won the Siege of Cairo. I'm going to go down and attack these guys down here. They're the weaker force. So that'll be fine. Ah, the end of the coup from the Ottomans. That is good. Ethiopia is planning to attack Songhai. Okay, have fun with that, Ethiopia. You're kind of big. No doubt about that, but they're not very strong. They're Miltech 16. They have about one of our armies. That's fine. Okay, so we win a couple of additional battles here. Ah, this down over here. Yeah. That's fine. We can go eliminate some of these peasants. The Austrian War, like I said previously, I'm really not concerned about. Now, we would be the defender here if we were to cross this. We would get a river crossing from this position. And they have 2 maneuver to our 3 maneuver. So we wouldn't actually get the river crossing. The question is, when would we want to attack this? And the answer is after the month tick. More like that. Okay. So that'll do. And down over here, of course, we're going to need to recruit 10 total units of cannon. There we go. And then 4 units of cavalry, although we don't have the cash for it right now. So we'll just get that all queued up for the moment. And now that we have additional cash here, we'll get 2 more units of cavalry. Perfect. And the question is, how are we going to do over here? The answer is reasonably well, apparently. And we can get this core going at this point, which we definitely should do. There we go. Now, do we go in and attack over here? Yes, but after the month tick is the answer. Okay. They're actually running away. We'll continue to pursue them. That's fine. We did end up losing this battle over here, which is, of course, awkward. That is, I think, because of Austria. Yeah. Who actually showed up here? Ulm, Austria. Yeah. So that is to be expected if they managed to cross here, which apparently they did. That's okay. They can fight these rebels themselves then. We don't care too much about that. We'll just make our way back. And, of course, we're going to look to continue to recruit over here. So our total number of infantry should be 26. Okay. We'll queue up some of them anyway. Cool. So that's fine. Now remember, we're not really trying too hard against Austria up here. There are a lot of rebels spawning up this way that Austria has to deal with. No doubt about that. No guy is fighting these rebels. We're on our way over. We'll see how that ends up going. We know these guys are quite strong, though. So there is that. We also know that we're out of manpower for the moment. And that is definitely a concern. No doubt about that. But for the moment, it should be reasonably fine. Gain 50 admin power for 600 ducats. I'm going to lose 10, to be honest. We can enact a government reform, though. And what do we want to enact here? Let's see. Trade efficiency would be decent. Trade steering. Domestic trade power. Trade power abroad. Institution spread is probably really good for us here. Yearly inflation reduction would be pretty decent as well. We do already have some inflation reduction from our strong treasury department. Is that a temporary effect? Let's see here. We go into our government country modifiers. Yes, but it will last a while, is the answer. So it'll last for another 18 years. Okay. So that's definitely an interesting option. What are the other options available right now? I mean, I really do like that institution spread. Let's go for it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to continue to take back some territory over here. Our troop count is low at the moment, and we knew that would happen when we got stack wiped over here. We do see the Europeans making their way around this direction, which is, you know, mildly spooky. I'm going to move up over here. I don't necessarily like this directionality, though. I'm going to take us around this way instead, and we may end up moving back behind our fort line here. So we would park, like, up over here. Okay, the emirs are declining in power. And we really hope that this war ends soon. It probably will. Ah. They're going in over there. Gotcha. So we're going to back off and bring these troops around, like so. They're not actually going to siege that, apparently. Okay, so we won the war for independence. That's excellent. This is no longer a thing. So we can take these forces out of there, and I want them to come back this route to avoid any of the Europeans up over here. We need to regenerate our forces. We have Farsi peasants down over here, but it looks like that's under control by Fars. Excellent. So I'm just going to park these guys. Can we park here? Ish. We could park here, though. That would be okay. And we're, of course, regenerating manpower right now. We have a pretty big manpower deficit, 33,000, plus we need another 20,000 here. So that's like 50,000 manpower, right? So that's pretty hefty in terms of our manpower deficit. Our piety is currently 5. Well, that's not great. Okay. That's certainly not ideal. We can get manpower from our vassals, can't we? With an interaction, I think. Maybe not. I know there's a way that you can do that, but I think they have to give it to you or something. Something along those lines. I do want to go improve relations with Fars. That'll definitely be a useful thing to do. And of course, in the meantime, we do see Austria up over here with a 32k stack. Okay. Austria is definitely making their way in over here. I would really prefer that they didn't. What do we want to do about that? Well, we could definitely move out this direction and group these two armies together. We're lacking a leader here as well. Although we have a leader. We can put that guy in. No problem. Austria's Miltech 18. How close are we to Miltech 18? We're quite close. That'll be there in June? Okay. Sounds good. So Austria's heading this direction for the moment. So we're going to move down, grouping our forces together over here. And these guys are still a long ways off. They're on their way in. I was hoping Austria would be focused on this area up here, but apparently they've gotten very little war score out of that, remarkably. Remarkably low amounts of war score. That's okay. I don't think Austria's really going to have any designs on our territory exactly. So that should be reasonably fine. We'll gain a claim out over there. How are they doing on manpower, by the way? They're at 0, so that's not too bad, all things considered. We're just keeping an eye on their movements for the moment. I'm wondering, what is their plan here? We do see some sieging going on up over this way, but for now, they're mostly just moving through our territory and taking tons of attrition in the process. So ultimately, I'm fine with that. That seems reasonably okay. They're taking ludicrous amounts of attrition here. We do get access to new cavalry and new cannon, and we'll take that. Our mill tech has come through now. So we're going to get the reformed cavalry, and we're going to go for the leather cannon. Okay. They are moving up over here. This force is, I think, attackable by us. I'm going to stack together here. They managed to get the attack before we got the not reinforced it exactly, but the morale bump. We just changed our troops over. So we'll see how that ends up going. I don't know that they have the numbers there. Wow. The lack of truces with these wars for independence is insane. These happen so frequently. We'll accept that, but we're not going to help them. We're not in a position to. We really aren't. Okay, so we have these forces moving up here. Yeah, we lost this just due to morale. That wasn't a numbers issue. We changed over our troops, right? We have Punjabi separatists out over this way. We do need to exit this war. Any moment you want to surrender, Ottomans, that would be great. That would be phenomenal, in fact. They don't seem very interested, to be honest. But we're going to group our armies together. So we need to move everybody out over like here. Yeah, the Siege of Calm is now over. I don't know why Austria has decided to be down here. I don't feel like they gain anything from it. But we're going to group up somewhere over this direction. In fact, I'd like to group up over here, because I'd like to fight this Austrian army. It's looking weak, and there's these guys closing in behind, but I would definitely like to fight them up here. We are reinforcing 1,338 men per month, and for now that's reasonably fine. We'll just pile in our forces here, and Austria retreats. Perfect. Now we're going to run away, because we don't actually want to fight this force. Anytime we can get out of here, that would be great. Okay, so we're running. That is fine for the moment. Obviously, we have a big deficit of manpower, right? We cannot help the Ottomans with this particular war, and we kind of don't want to, I don't think. Austria is at this point taking on the rebel-busting duties. I can't believe that they're still only at 52%, though. Okay, so we're going to sit back over this direction for the moment, and we're just reinforcing. I want to send this army down over here, though, to eliminate the rebels down here. Unfortunately, they managed to take that over pretty quickly, considering they don't have any cannon. That is sad, but it's not the end of the world. So we're going to send some forces down there, and we're just regenerating for the moment. And yeah, Austria is taking over a lot of these rebels. Yeah, they're fighting them a lot, actually. I want to check in real quick here. They are at 78k. They're definitely dwindling. They're a little overextended, I feel like. Obviously, the Ottomans are going to win. Our Sultana died. That's probably a good thing, all things considered, because our stats are far better. We are under Regency, though, so that is noted. I don't really want to siege this right now. I want to take these guys out for the moment. Okay. So that'll do for now, and Austria is now at 77k. They're continuing to fight all of those Ottoman rebels, which is absolutely fine by us. I wouldn't mind dispatching this unit up over to Nogai, but we have a big manpower deficit right now. They're fully occupying Fars. There's some Khorasani separatists down over here that we'll send a unit after. But it was expected that we lose this war, right? This was always something that was going to happen. I don't think they're actually going to take any territory down over here. I really don't. Who did Uzbek just declare on? Karadel. Okay. Noted. So this should be reasonably fine, all things considered. There are a lot of Austrian forces down over here. I really want them to actually be focused up over here, right? But they're kind of not. It's very rude of them. Very rude indeed. But we're going to take back some territory over here. They're just occupying down here. I really don't think they have any designs on any of our territory. So it's fine. I would rather be regenerating manpower right now than fighting them. So I think it's okay. This war for independence is awkward, no doubt about it, but this war is going to be over super soon. Hey, 2 base production in Kashmir. I like it. So we're taking back some territory up over here for right now, and then there's this army down here. So we can start moving down this way. They're fairly isolated. If we can catch them being the... With us being the defender in these mountains, that would be amazing. I don't know if we get here in time. That depends on random chance. Yeah, we didn't get there in time, but that's okay. So we'll head on down. Yeah, we're going to have to take back this fort. That's okay, too. So we'll start this siege, and this siege is now over. I'm going to move these guys back up to our capital, and this will be fine for now. So they're sieging in Baluchistan. Okay. Actually, they're coming up to fight us here. So they must have a pretty significant advantage if they want to do this. They do have 3-star general, 5 fire pips, 4 shock pips, compared to our 3-2. We're going to get caught here no matter what. I think that we just evaluate. We're probably going to lose this battle. I think this is a good chance to lose the battle. But let's evaluate and see what we've got. Oh, we're up here. Okay. Yeah, they came up this way too. That's fine. Okay, so I want to look at what their actual morale numbers are. So 5.9, that's not that much higher. Of course, we rolled a 1, which is not ideal. But if we take a look at this, we can see terrain -2, because technically they're the wow, I cannot speak. They are the defender here. So that is definitely a thing. They do have a lot more discipline, which does make sense. Okay, noted. Like I said, it was very likely that we lose this battle. And we're out of there. We retreated as quickly as possible. I don't think they want any territory from us, so this is ultimately not that big of a deal. But we absolutely do need to get some manpower going here. Russia is going to be very interested in attacking us after this. Austria accepted peace with just these guys down here. Okay. Well, Austria's down to medium war enthusiasm right now. I mean, if we look at their numbers continue to dwindle. They're down to 73k. So they can't keep this up for too much longer. No doubt about that. Of course, we can't either. But that's fine. I'm really not too concerned about it. As long as they don't take our territory, and let's see here. Ottomans, yep. That's all just bad for Ottomans. Nothing bad for us there. Excellent. So that's fine. We are not helping the Ottomans with this war for independence. We have to chill here. We need to get manpower regenerated, and quickly, because Russia is going to be a problem. No doubt about that. How much manpower do we need? 44,756. So, I'm going to keep this army in Samarkand. I'm going to move these guys down over towards Qom, and I'm going to put these guys up in, like, the Russian border up over this way. They're very weak right now, but they will regenerate eventually. Eventually. So that'll be a thing. We need to get as much manpower as we can, for sure. And we can also do some province improvements here, checking in on these. Okay. There we go. Couple more manufactories. I like it. So that'll be fine. Austria declared on Galicia Volhynia, and these guys accepted peace with another Ottoman subject, I believe. For the time being, we're not going to help the Ottomans over here. Absolutely not. The Ottomans are at 2k right now. They just gotta let this go. I'm tired of defending Egypt. We're not gonna help Ottomans. Okay, so there's a province court. That's phenomenal. And heretics converted. That's phenomenal too. So we can see our provincial unrest here. Our war exhaustion is at 0 right now, which is solid. We could boost our stability, but I do want to get our admin tech raised up. I think that will be a very, very useful thing. So taking a look at global trade here, we're getting close to global trade being embraceable. To that end, of course, we're going to want to save up money. So we're going to do exactly that. I'm going to set these guys to drilling. There we go. Uzbek declared war on somebody up over here. That's fine. I don't really care about that right now. We gain a mercantilism, and we have some separatists right down here. Awkward timing because we just started drilling, but that's okay. We can't get there in time to stop the separatism. There, now we can start moving. We did just lose this general. Okay, so we should probably grant generalship from our emirs. There we go, and we will put in this guy. Okay, 4-4, not bad. We'll take that. Absolutely. And downward we go. Now, we can invest in an idea here. I don't think we should. I would like to get national sovereignty unlocked. That would be ideal. And I think we still can't get quality at that point. Ooh. Gaining a free stability here. Absolutely on the free stability. Phenomenal. We just fulfilled a mission, which was something. This one? Build manufactories. Okay, that's 1866 ducats and 10% production efficiency. Absolutely. That's wonderful. Very great. Very, very phenomenal. So we have a good amount of cash right now. The question is, how long until we have more embracement of global trade? Global trade is spreading all over our country at this point. But the question is, where is it further spread? It's actually pretty close down over here. 84.92. But that's in Gujarat. Checking in over at some of these other areas. Serbia's in civil war. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, the Ottomans are definitely a bit of a liability for us right now. I want to check in. How are they doing on their crises? They got the Janissary crisis under control. They still have the Peasants' War. They still have Pasha decadence. But they got the Janissaries under control anyway. So that's fine for now. We have nearly regenerated this army. We have fully regenerated this army. So things are going fairly well on that front. Great project can be upgraded. No thanks on that right now. So we're at 1466 per month. That's pretty good. We'll recall our diplomat here. Austria declared war on Serbia. No shockers there. I really do want to spend some power on ideas, but we're not in a position to do that right now. Russia was kicked out of building a spy network. Bashkiria is at 6 reasons to not do this. Okay. So that's reasonably fine for the moment. I'm not too concerned about Bashkiria right now. I just mostly don't want Russia to get them, right? Russia's at Miltech 16. So they're pretty far behind, all things considered. We did just lose this general, and we're going to have to recruit one with our military power. It's good on the shock, but the fire pips aren't that great. Okay, noted. And we want to drill that. Cool. So we need about 13,000 more men to get our forces fully regenerated. Our manpower is now going here. So that's good. We also can invest in Admin Tech 17. That gives us admin efficiency, development cost modifier, access to universities, and some governing cap. Absolutely, we'll take that. Phenomenal. Next up is going to be national sovereignty, which of course will give us a new idea group. So that looks good. We'll lose 10 admin power here, actually. But our manpower is nearly regenerated. It is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll defend our territory against Egypt down over here. That'll definitely be something that needs to happen. So we'll just start heading down this way. They will need to get dealt with. How are they in Miltech? 17. Hey, Ottomans finally made it to 14. Good job, Ottomans. Oh, man, poor Ottomans. So, we clearly need a better long-term solution here. Being friends with the Ottomans is a good short-term solution, but it's not a long-term solution. They are in full collapse, and we'll have to figure out what we want to do about that. But like I said, it is time to put a cut in here, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see what that entails. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Also, I just noticed, Luristan exists. We might do something about that.